Good afternoon. Today on Business Success in Six with Stacie, I have Hannah Coplin here from Tots on the Street in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Thank you for jumping on with me, Hannah.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. I would love to ask you six questions about Tots on the Street. I know you have a really interesting history and a huge amount of growth in the past 4 years. Would you mind if I ask you questions?
Not at all. Let's do it.
All right, cool. When people ask you what Tots on the Street does, how do you describe your business?
Okay, so we have our favorite tagline. We are a funky food truck here in Milwaukee that does rotating gourmet stuffed tater tots, and we recently went into wholesaling business, so you can find us in stores as well.
That is awesome. I love the funky little flavor you have there too.
Thank you.
It helps set you apart. So very good.
It does.
So what were your plans when you started Tots on the Street and how has that changed?
Oh man, that is such a good question right now because we're like really pivoting. So I started just thinking that food trucks was such like a fun concept. I'm a bartender at heart, so that was my way of not doing 2 a.m. still being service in the street, doing like that fast, fun service.
Yeah.
And so we were cruising on that for 3 years. Last year, which was year 4, we started wholesaling when actually totally my mom's, I'm going to give her a shout out, her idea. She was like, we should be freezing these and putting them in the stores. Turned out it's not that easy. So we had to get like a glass freezer. There was a ton of stuff we had to do, really invested in that. So then we became in grocery stores and we were like, wait a minute. Wholesaling is not just grocery stores. We could do stadiums. We could do a way to get our product in other people's hands that doesn't require 4 wheels and a deep fryer. So as of right now, a big goal for us is to grow wholesale as much as possible. We've done a partnership with some Spicers, Milwaukee Bucks this last week. We're doing it again this week, and we're kind of crossing our fingers to hopefully keep that growing. So huge pivot in the last couple of months, but that's really our goal right now.
Oh my gosh, congratulations. That is a big goal and one that you're achieving. So nice work there. Well, and you were talking a little bit earlier too, before I pressed record. Tots on the Street was really a seasonal business. And so as you're transitioning into this wholesale, how is that changing your business?
Hugely. I mean, I went from actually the first couple of years I was a bartender during winter time. It would be like work as hard as you can, as humanly possible, as hard as you can, for 6 months of the year, and then it was like crickets, right? And it's also cold in Wisconsin, so there are food trucks that do it, and I'm proud of them, and that's awesome. And we've been open a little bit in the winter, and it's cold. I mean, we have propane, we have our plumbing that freezes. It's always so complicated. So from going to that to the wholesaling, we were like, we just found a way to be year round without having to go breathe our booties off on the food truck. Like it has just, I mean, it's definitely different focus, like it's kitchen focused in the winter, but it's awesome. It gets you off the break. It gives you a break off the hot truck, which I love, but it's a lot. So yeah, it's a huge difference, and I'm so thankful for the seasons.
Absolutely. So what is the biggest way that you impact the community right now? You've been growing over the past 4 years. How do you impact the community besides serving great tots?
Thank you. Something that I have really honed in on. So I should mention last year my mom bought in. So it's a super long story, but long story short, my dad was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. On a super sad note, so that was in last year, January. So she traveled for a living, and she came home obviously upon the news, and I needed a lot of help. We were growing. I didn't really know what I was doing. Kitchen help. I was just in dire need. So she came along and it just clicked and it worked. And so she bought in, and now it's family owned, which is awesome. My dad is totally kicking cancer's ass. He's doing great. Everyone's super happy about that. So it's really shifted my beliefs. And what I didn't realize about being a small business owner is my voice couldn't be so loud, and that I found to be the coolest thing ever. So I'm part of a group called Let's Talk Women here in Milwaukee. It's a bunch of women-owned restaurant businesses. And we all get together like once a month to talk about our issues, talk about how women can take over the world and also should be treated equal. And with being a woman-owned business, with being a family-owned business, mom and daughter, we have found it to be really great to just enforce how much we believe in why the woman is so strong, and how Milwaukee has a huge vessel of women-owned businesses, showing that women really are taking over the world. And so that's been a really big focus of ours the past, I'd say 12 months, 16 months or so, just using our vessel as saying like, hey, we're here to support women. We're here in any way we can. And it's been cool that our voices have been heard.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for sharing that and for that work you're doing to lift women up. What is one challenge that you have faced that other business owners could learn from?
Oh, that's a really great question. So I personally, I think this is a little bit more specific to me, but other people are young as well. I started this super young. I was 21 years old, so I didn't, I didn't know what I was doing. Because who would know what they're doing, no matter what age you are. You're starting a brand new business, and I think going into it, being young and exciting, and I was like, okay, we're gonna start this. It, it did put me down a little bit when people were like, she's 21. Like there was definitely a lot of like, okay, so I'm a female, I'm 21 years old. I'd be at Home Depot. They'd ask me where my dad was, and that a lot of times really put me down. I fought through it. Obviously, here we are today, but I have a lot of younger girls talking to me about like, oh, I could own a food truck when I'm older. I'm like, when you're older, come on, let's figure it out now. I figured it out now. Like you just can't let the haters. Haters always gonna hate, right? So that was huge for sure.
That thank you so much for sharing that. That I think a lot of people can resonate with that, or not just with age, but haters are gonna find a way to put you down no matter what,
They
like,
still hate. There's haters everywhere. Absolutely.
yeah. So thank you for just sharing that with the business owners that people might try and put you down, but you're gonna persevere through that. And thank you so much. So what does the future look like to Tots on the Street? And do you have an exit plan? So we're talking wholesale, we're growing. What's next?
Mm. What is that? So the wholesale would be the key to growth, right? So the wholesale makes it where we can, in one facility, create our tots, freeze them, and get them out to the public. So what I guess we're good on trucks. We have 3 trucks on its hard work, but the truck we're a vessel to get our name out there. So what we're finding now is being in these grocery stores, possibly being at the Fiserv full time, which would be like a huge goal for us, would then get our name out there. So we are hoping to be throughout the Midwest in the next year in stores in any capacity. Where this is like a great question right now, but also tough because the last like month, right, has been so like,
Yeah.
which direction do we go? And then hopefully our 5-year plan would be nationwide with our tots.
Oh my gosh, very exciting. So tell me, all subjects open, what inspires you most besides inspiring me being this young, very successful entrepreneur already, Hannah, what inspires you most?
That's right. Okay, so cheesy enough, my mom for sure. She's like the most resilient, strong human being in the entire world. And the fact I get to run a business with her is so badass. It's tough because she's my mom, so she's still my mom. But she came in with a new attitude. It was just so fresh and so like I could just see in business meetings, she'd be like, the potential is insane. And it like reconvinced me and re-inspired me every single day we meet. And I get re-inspired. And I'd say that, and then kind of the same level would be my Let's Talk Women group. I mean, it was so cool coming in and being like, I'm the young one, I'm a woman, I don't, people think I don't know. And then all these people are like, dude, fuck that. Like, we're all on the same page. We're all like, it's so uplifting. It's so inspiring. It is, oh, it's super life changing, to be honest with you. Now I'm just obsessed with it when I do anything I can to show the community I'm on their side. I'm a friend. I'm like, our whole concept is tater tots. Like there's no crying in tater tots. We are fun. We are bright green truck. We are here to have a good time. It doesn't have to be that serious. So we want to be taken seriously as a business, but by spreading a good time.
Yes, absolutely. Well, so if somebody wants to try these delicious tater tots, how would they do so? Would they go to a website, social media? You tell me.
Okay, yes to all of that. I will always you are gonna know where we are. So totsonthestreet.com, it does have a calendar tab. So you can go there, it'll tell where we are. Otherwise, social media, Facebook and Instagram, I do post weekly on where we are. If you can't get to us though, we are at all the Cemex locations at 1840, Layton Fruit Market, and a bunch more. It does state on your website and our Instagram.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time today, Hannah. Congratulations on growing a business so quickly. And we look forward to tasting those tots.
Thank you so much. You've been wonderful. I really appreciate it.
You too. Take care.